Joining me now is one of the people reported to be on Trump's VP list. He's the author of a brand new book, The Field of Fight, How We Can Win the Global War Against Radical Islam and Its Allies. Retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. General, it's an honor to have you. It really is.
It's an honor to be here.
I'm an admirer of yours. I think you're a great guy. What do you think of the idea of you being considered, being vetted to be the vice president?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable honor, and for a kid from a small town in the small state of Rhode Island, I'll tell you.
I lived in Rhode Island for a while.
I grew up in Middletown,
Rhode Island.
I
lived in Warren, Rhode Island for 5 years of my life.
Yeah, we played Warren a lot of times.
Did you? You beat him? Yeah. A good amount. You reported how the military fired you for calling our enemies radical jihadists. You know a man by the name of Filippini, and he was one of the founders of our Department of Homeland Security. Yeah. And he told me that when Obama became president, he was ordered to scrub the names of Muslims that had radical ties. Yeah. What is going on? Yeah, what's going on is a level of political correctness that is so dangerous for our country, and it touches every aspect of what we're seeing, not only overseas against this radical Islam and right here at home with the attacks that we've recently seen in Orlando and San Bernardino, but this political correctness is also weighing heavy in what we're seeing right now with this sort of semi or quasi state of anarchy in some of the cities around this country. We have got to stop being so politically correct. Tell the God's honest truth. The president won't say radical Islam. Hillary won't say radical Islam.
And until you clearly define your enemy, you cannot develop a coherent strategy to defeat them.
I agree with you.
Period. That's the way it is. I mean, I could not go into any boss that I ever had and said, you know, boss, I don't know who it is that we're facing. They throw me out of the room, and I deserve to be thrown out.
I think you meet the top criteria to be a vice president, and that is, would you be able to be president? I've looked at your background; it's impressive.
Thank you.
Probably a lot of people don't know you. And you were a Democrat for a long time, right?
Yeah, I was raised in a very strong Democratic family. But I say, Sean, that the Democratic Party that exists today is not the Democratic Party that I was raised in by my family, by my mother and father, who, my mother especially, was a local, state kind of, person involved in politics.
Would pro-choice be hard for Republicans to absorb? It's such an important issue for the base of the party.
I think that first of all, that's a legal issue, and the real important thing is if you want to change the Supreme Court of the United States, vote for Donald Trump and get him into office.
Yeah. Do you like his choices? Do you like the list that he laid out?
I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely do. I absolutely do, and I think that there's a few others that are out there that would be very strong.
One of the things that I think is most important, if I was ever, I'm just putting myself in a position of thinking through it. If you're thinking about who your vice president would be, if, God forbid, a 9/11 happens on your watch, if a Pearl Harbor happens, if a depression, the stock market crashes, a financial issue, I know how you'd be on military issues because your background is impeccable. How would you be able to advise or help Donald Trump on an issue like the economy?
Yeah, I think quite a bit, actually. I mean, the thing I think that people mistake, particularly those of us in the military, that we only have grown up focusing on tactics and military things. Actually, our military is so professional, and what this country has afforded me and the privilege that it has given me is a whole range of issues that I've been really blessed to be able to study and to look into. So I think the idea of understanding global economic conditions, understanding all the
how do you feel that we handled in October of 2008 the financial crisis? What would you have done different?
I probably wouldn't have given in to Wall Street as quickly as we did.
I agree with you too.
I just wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we give in too easily to the things that are pulling us in, and I just don't think that would be right.
Let's say you don't get the job as VP. Would you consider if Donald Trump asked you to be the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, if he asked you to be Secretary of Defense, would that be something that interests you?
Yeah, here's where I stand on service, Sean. I served this country for many, many decades in uniform, and I loved it, and I service to this country is an honor, and if I were asked to serve this country in some capacity in the future, it would be an honor to serve this country.
Now, don't get mad at me. It's my job. If you had to choose Defense Secretary, Joint Chiefs Chair, or maybe the CIA director.
Yeah.
Would those three interest you?
At this stage, Sean,
you don't want to be hypothetical.
I don't want to push you.
I appreciate
what I want to do is I want to make sure that the people in this country understand that our country is going in the wrong direction, and we need tough, smart, savvy leadership that understands how to handle these big problems that we're facing. And I see that in Donald Trump. I do not see that in
I think
Hillary
Donald
Clinton.
Trump has the potential to be not a good president, but a great president.
I do too.
Because I look at his agenda, and I've interviewed him enough, and I like what he says about the economy. I like what he says about helping the VA. I like what he says about building up our defense. I like what he says about health savings accounts and the penny plan and balanced budgets. I also like what he says about building a wall. And you were on ABC, and you corrected the host. You said, it's not undocumented, it's illegal.
A politically correct word, undocumented, to describe what is actually illegal. So that is a huge issue that we have to overcome. And this business of illegal immigration is affecting every aspect. It's affecting our education system, our healthcare system, our economy, period. So, I mean, these are things that we have to, we're going to have to come to grips with in this country.
I don't mean to be rude. If you got selected, are you ready for what would be about to happen to you? We have a hostile news media out there that would want from day one to take you down.
Yeah.
It's hard, right?
Yeah, I think that...
You're ready for that?
I think that what we need is we need strong leaders who, have sort of, witnessed the challenges that we have faced and sort of been there, done that to a degree. And I hate to be sort of euphemistic about it, but I would just say that at this stage, our country's going in the wrong direction, Sean. And unless we fix these things,
I agree with you.
And I'm going to tell you, the people that are in the Democratic side right now cannot do that. And I have no confidence, and I've asked publicly for Hillary Clinton to step down just because she lacks total accountability for herself.
She lies. But you know what, General? I really see you in public service, and you serve your country with honor and distinction, and it's really nice to get to know you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks very much, Sean. Thanks for the
We'll be
time.
watching closely. And when we come back, Laura Ingraham, Monica Crowley, they're here to weigh in on who Donald Trump